Hi, this is Synthchaser with synthchaser.com, and today I'm going to be servicing a Yamaha SK-10 Symphonic Ensemble. So this is a combo organ, string, and brass synthesizer, and it's the bottom of the line of the SK series of synthesizers. I just recently also picked up the top of the line SK synthesizer, the SK50D, which shares some circuitry with the Yamaha CS80 synth, so it uses the same filter and other ICs, and it sounds pretty good. This one is a little more limited. Basically, you can pick your organ 8-foot, your 4-foot, 2-foot, string 8-foot, 4-foot, brass 8-foot, brass 4-foot. And then you can add ensemble effects. So this is organ before the ensemble effect. I'll do that. The switches are a little dirty. That's going to be part of what I service. But so strings. Again, the switches are dirty, so that's going to be something I have to do. Brass. There's vibrato that you can add in, and you control the depth and the speed of the vibrato. You can add some attack. It's either slow or no attack. Sustain is either no sustain, short sustain, or long sustain. There's a filter which sounds pretty weak. This is no CS80 filter. So I just open the filter up and I close the filter. And you can transpose 1 octave up and bend the pitch. And that's about all that's to it. You can also control the speed of the ensemble effect. So this is no ensemble effect, speed 1, and speed 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean up the sliders and clean the switches so that crackling goes away, and we're going to recap the power supply. So I'll open this up and show you the inside. So this is the inside. To get inside, I removed 2 screws on each side, and then the top panel folds up. And there's not a lot going on inside. We have a power supply here. I don't have the schematics for this one, but it's going to be fairly straightforward to figure out. So this is the power supply. It looks like it's a single voltage, probably 15 volts. I double checked that, but so here's your power supply. There's a circuit board here, and then these are the boards with your controls and the output jack. So that's pretty much all that's going on in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out the power supply, and I'm going to recap it. I might change the bridge rectifier too. We'll take a look at it. But of course, make sure the synthesizer's unplugged before you do any of this. But first we'll do the power supply, then we'll clean up the switches and the sliders. So here's the power supply so you can see it better. I disconnected this connector here, and I removed 2 screws here, and the power supply board comes loose. As you see, the transformer secondary windings are soldered to the board. So I'm just going to turn it over like this and service it still connected to the transformer. Here's the power supply with the 2 new capacitors installed there. The old capacitors, physically they're larger, but they're actually much weaker. They're a lower voltage rating, and they're only 85° Celsius temperature rating. You can see that here on the capacitors. They're marked that. Power supply capacitors that I put in are 105° Celsius, so they're going to withstand abuse for a lot longer than the ones that were there. Plus the ones that were there are already really old and dried out, so it's always important to recap a power supply. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the sliders and switches, and the way that we're going to get to these boards is first we're going to disconnect the wiring harness from these points, and then there's some screws that we can get a screwdriver in here, 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 and here, and then some screws on the panel, and then these will come out. Now with these two boards removed, we can get access to the sliders and to the underside of the switches to clean them. So I put everything back together, and the sliders aren't perfect, but the switches are much better. Like now, switching to the Ensemble effect, and that reliably works without it dropping out. Here's the strings with the Ensemble, and Ensemble off, brass, so it's a nice little analog synthesizer, very comparable to like the ARP Quartet or some other models from around that era. We've gone through it, and we've rebuilt the power supply, so it'll be good for another 30 years, and verified that all the functionality on it is working, and this is good to go. If you have any questions, please post in the comments, and this keyboard is going to be for sale on synthchaser.com, so if you're looking for one of these, pick it up while I have it. Thanks for watching. Bye.